Yeah. Thank you very much for coming again. As you can see, this year we want to reproduce an airport because we want to main focus on aerospace and aeronautic industry. It's very important in Spain.
And that's part of the Mach Center message then, is it, this year? It's all about the a lot of it's about the aircraft industry.
Yeah, and our slogan is, together we make your ideas fly.
Okay. Well, let's have a look in this machine, because when I came here 2 years ago, you had this. Was it the same model that you had on the stand? The same machine?
Yeah, it's more or less the same. But this year we are making a landing gear for an aircraft and a propeller hub, only in one machine. We can use the
fixed steady on there.
For steady rest or tailstock.
And this machining of this landing gear then, all done in one operator. Here we go. Yeah.
No, it's moving. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. No, it's okay. So you're now just changing that. You changed the tool at the top there.
Yeah. We can change lathe tools or milling tools or skiving tools also.
Okay.
We are going to go a skiving demo show at 12 o'clock for customers, because always customers want to.
But you got two different applications in here. Is that usual to have two different parts on a machine?
Yeah. More or less it's the same application, but there's different parts for the aircraft. There's a propeller hub and a landing gear.
Okay, let's have a look over here, because this is one of the parts that you have been showing as well. What have you been doing on this?
Yeah, in this part we will do a heavy cutting demonstration, 10 millimeters deep turning and 0.7 feet. And then we'll go to make the skiving operation in this part in less than 1 minute.
Really? Less than 1 minute to do that?
Yeah.
So what's the cycle time for that whole part then? How long's complete, one start to finish?
This part, less than 2 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and have a look over here. As we walk up the runway, you're telling me that this is something that's pretty novel and pretty impressive. In fact, if we let the camera come this side of it.
Sorry.
Explain, Pedro, what have we got?
Okay, this is a part of our Spanish rocket. This is a turbo pump made it in Inconel, very hard material. And
are you making that on the same machine we just looked at?
Yeah, this part is making on Multus machine, and the other part from the outside is make it in the 5-axis machine you can see now here.
Okay, let's go and have a look around here. So this is, okay. So this is one of the Genos M560. I've seen this machine before. So this is making part of what we just saw on the rocket.
Yeah, the other part of the rocket. This machine is completely produced in Japan. All the components and is 100% Japanese machine. Very, very strong.
And then you also have some 3D printing on here as well. What is this new?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Before we go, what's this?
This is a frame of a rocket.
Okay, this is the frame of a rocket.
To stabilize the movement.
And what are you showing here? Is this something you printed or?
Yeah, it's printed because this part for machining is it's impossible to machining. As you can see, there are impossible shapes to be machined.
Oh, let's have a look at these. Wow, this is cool. What have we got here?
It's
like a heat exchange.
A heat exchange. Wow. But as you can see, this is impossible to machining.
Yeah. So would this be, and this obviously isn't the machine you've done it on because it's much smaller, but I'm guessing it's a much bigger machine.
Yeah, in another one. Yeah.
Wow, and then round here, we got. My goodness, what's this? Can you wear that?
Different materials, different applications.
Let's get the camera on this. What is this?
This is a helmet, yes, a warrior helmet.
And what's that made on? Is that made on one of these?
Let me a second. Albert maybe can explain better than me.
Okay, got some of these incredible parts that have been 3D printed here. Hey. Hello. What machines are these produced on?
This is Farsoon Technologies, and it's a SLS technology, or SLM when we're talking about metals. SLS for plastics, SLM for metals.
And all of this has been produced, has it? All of this has been produced on one of your machines?
Yes, exactly. All of these parts are real, and even some of them are real cases applications, including the motorbike behind you. Yeah.
The what? This?
Yes.
Oh my God! Let's have a look at this. Come around. So this, tell me, which bits have been made or printed here then?
Okay, then all the frame is in titanium and it's printed, and also the project is doing also the other parts. We have the pedals where you stand on is in titanium. This is a company for competition made in Barcelona, Stark Future.
Okay, so is this just something they've done just to show what the 3D printers can do, or is it actually going to be a real life? What's the advantage to making it in this way?
This is a key factor because it's a real serious production. We are not talking of just one case printing or a prototype. Yeah. It's a real case where we can manufacture a frame that is more efficient, more resistant, and also lightweight for competition in that case.
Ah, okay, incredible. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Pedro, just step this way before we...
Okay, Paul, I want to show you another very nice application.
Okay.
We are doing in another machine, in another stand.
Okay.
But really nice.
On another stand, yeah? So
yeah. We are machining pictures of people in 3D machine.
Who's that handsome man? Who's the handsome man?
I don't know him.
What's the machine that's done on it?
It's in another. This year we have two boss.
Maybe we go and find it later, but you tell us what the machine is.
Yeah. And if you want, I can make you a picture and machining that.
I'll take you up on that. Pedro, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure to see you. Enjoy the show.
Thank you very much.